It's time for a trip down memory lane.
Be sure to keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Last week, Amstrauss asked us about all the good memories we've made during our time on Starmen.Net.
None. We don't have any. Every moment we spent on this website has been a never-ending spiral of pain and malcontent.
Well, some of our viewers told us about their own fond memories. Our good friend Kevin Chai tweeted, "Best Starmen.Net moment? One word. Abs Dota."
Oh man, that was like 2 whole years ago. That's like forever, right?
I was with you today.
Sorry, I'm still getting over this cold, so I guess I'm still sort of grumpy.
You're a trooper, Fee. Anyway, for those of you who weren't around for that thread, Dragon Raider X9 also sent us an email about Abs Dota with some clarification. If I remember, the guy was trying to say avocados, but messed up somehow. For about a page and a half, people started coming up with the most ridiculous ideas, like it being a horrid conspiracy, or the kid being a bad typist due to being stricken with super cancer. Falk showed up to lock it since it was an exercise in idiocy, but I remember it fondly.
Ah, yes, I remember that silly page someone made about the horrid conspiracy. It was pretty funny, but yeah, an exercise in idiocy is a pretty apt way of saying it, actually.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can be a sheep if you really want, but don't say stuff like that willy-nilly. We're on the grid now, and if Mailbag disappears tomorrow, it's going to be because of Abs Dota.
What?
Abraham Zapruder knew Abs Dota. He's dead now.
I'm sorry, what?
Our children aren't safe. We're not safe. We've said too much.
Here are applicably awkward's favorite moments in no particular order. Being featured as a quiz whiz on the main page, sharing the news of two Mr. Saturn Plus toys, following with everyone in Earthbound playthroughs, and learning about some of his favorite bands. And helping former DJ Oswald do voices for AOPSI.
Hashtag community, hashtag love. True words have never been said.
That was 4 tweets!
Yeah?
That could have been 1 email.
So, are we not gonna read the poem then, or...?
Do you want to read the poem?
Yeah, a little.
You know what? Sure, let's read it. Applicably Awkward also sent us some Twitter poetry, as promised.
One shall lead us to, 3 frightens us strangely, but 4 is just the start. From the earth rise, from the mind journey onward, from the heart spread love. Beyond the horrors of greed and sloth, a cleansing for the noxious froth. To aid in journeys far and near, cleanse your soul and purge your fears. But before your quest begins anew, a short respite from me to you. Nice one. Back to the matter at hand, though. Cultus sent us a longer email. He talks a little about theories, Radio PSI, IRC.
You can see the whole thing on the Mailbag homepage. That's Starmen.net/mailbag.
But one part in particular resonated with me.
Another thing that comes to mind is the Earthbound Fan Fest a few years back. Even though I didn't really participate due to sort of being a lurker at the time, or just too noobish or shy to participate, it was still cool to see all the stuff going on and contests and stuff, with lots of people participating, or at least from what I could tell.
You hit the nail right on the head. My favorite memory has to be pretty much the entire Earthbound Fan Fest 2011. I got to know a lot of people in the chat that year who I hadn't really talked to before, and we all got to watch Tom Bob Blender spend 4.5 hours fighting crocodiles trying to get them media tight. And then Omnitarian died of massive trivia overdose.
Never forget.
And my friends and I got to host one of the gameplay points. I've hung around, usually silently, for almost every Funktastic gameplay summer in FanFest the site has ever had. Even going as far as to show up and hang out with the Nerdy Show guys during their GPP in 2010. But I can't think of anything that has topped the 2011 FanFest in terms of pure Earthbound love from the community. And hopefully we see another one in 2014.
Yeah, 2011 FanFest is real high up there for me, too. I ended up making a lot of fan art and making a lot of new friends. Like you.
Like me.
Ah, stop that. And I made some really close friends being Starman people at cons and stuff, too. I remember, first met the Fangamer crew, maybe, I guess it was 2008. Seen them at every PAX since. It's really hard to pick out one moment for me, though, but I think all my best memories involve making connections with people. I suppose if I had to pick out one outstanding moment, it'd be from about, man, nearly 6 years ago now, I guess. I was still in high school. I had to go to the hospital for some major surgery after an accident, and I ended up posting a topic about it to get the memory of the accident off my mind. It was kind of a cheap attention grab in retrospect. Still, I was overwhelmed by the response. I got a lot of genuinely encouraging replies, lots of really heartfelt sympathy. Some people shared stories of their own, and it all really helped me sort out my feelings about the whole thing. There were two people in particular who really surprised me, though. One was Oswald, who sent me this adorable picture. He even copied the style of the crappy little fan comic I was doing at the time. Made me feel like more of a fixture. It was more personal. The other person was Sebastian, who was doing a fantastic comic series I was following at the time, Manny Tales. He and his moms actually made me this adorable necklace, and sent it to me all the way across the Atlantic. He made the little Mr. Saturn charms himself. I don't know what he's up to now, but if by any chance you're watching this, Sebastian, thank you. This is easily one of the sweetest gestures anyone's ever made to me. It really helps to know someone cares about you that much when you're dealing with something tough.
Wow. Wasn't expecting this to get so heavy so fast.
Well, there's also that whole I'm gonna whack your butthole thing.
They don't make flukes like that anymore.
Good. Well, that's all the time we have for memories this week. What else have we got?
Well, it looks like we have a tweet from Robot Hair who says, Mother 4 is coming this winter. What characters would you really like to see return? Aside from the hint guy, who is confirmed.
You know, I'll admit, I haven't really caught up with Mother 4 news at all, but if anything, I hope they bring back that guy who screamed because he didn't know what else to do.
Okay. Well, I want to see the return of Rick Road, possibly accompanied by an awesome new fan who's striving to create a sequel to the famous Dungeon Man. Which brings us to our prompt of the week!
Yeah!
Who is your favorite Mother series character, and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Even the minor characters have a bit of charm to them, I think. In fact, can I make my favorite character all the nameless NPCs, or is that cheating?
Well, I don't make the rules, but... Wait, I do make the rules. I think we're both making the rules. This whole court is out of order!
Yeah, right. Send in your submissions to Mailbag at Starmen.Net.
Or mention us on Twitter.
Check out our main page to see all the letters we've gotten so far.
And don't forget to read the guidelines.
Brush your teeth before and after you eat.
You've been out there for a long time now.
Please stop
It
doing
may
that.
be none of
Rose.
my business.
No.
But don't you think...
If Mailbag disappears tomorrow, it's going to be all because of Abs Dota.